Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk all things that I thought motherhood was going to be like. I thought this would be like a fun video to do, just because I feel like we all had these expectations going into motherhood where we thought it was going to be so different than it actually turned out to be. And also, just to remind you guys, is just because you had higher standards when you became a mom and maybe you don't do the things that you thought you would do, or maybe you're not the mother you thought you would be, doesn't make you a bad mom for any reason. It just means things turned out differently, and that's okay. Today I wanted to dive into all of the things that I thought I would do as a mom that just were not applicable or reasonable for my lifestyle, or just didn't end up doing them because of whatever reason. So yeah, let's get into it. If you're new here, my name is Noelle. I have 2 toddlers, 3 and 4, and I do all kind of minimal mama lifestyle content here on this channel. Parent videos, vlogs, baking, you name it. We kind of do all of the homemaking stuff here. But yeah, I just thought this would be a fun little video to do, and just to remind you mamas that it's okay if things didn't turn out the way you thought it would. I'm drinking some raspberry tea. Yes, I need to go get my nails done. They are looking mighty gappy right now. We need a fill desperately, but that's okay. We're just going to continue on because I'm not going to stop filming because my nails are a little janky. The first thing that I thought I would do as a parent, as a mom, but really didn't end up doing at all and sticking with, is no screen time at all. Yeah, that definitely did not happen. I do screen time for sure. It's just not like, recently I started limiting screen time. I've talked about this in a few vlogs, I think, and on Instagram a little bit, but I have started limiting screen time to an hour or 2 a day. Most days. There are some days where I need to get a lot of work done and I do need some more screen time just to help me out a little bit. But I thought I was gonna do like no screen time. That absolutely just didn't happen, and that's okay. Screen time I think is okay in moderation, and also if you are monitoring really closely what your kids are watching, I think it's fine. A lot of the stuff they always watch is educational, a lot of wildlife, nature, documentaries, things like that. And they have their little like character shows too, like bubble guppies, octonauts, whatever. They like those things as well, but I try to limit those shows because I just don't think they're very, some of them are educational, but you know, we could get into screen time in a whole other video. Let me know if you want to know my research, that I've done a lot of research on screen time. Let me know if you want a whole video on screen time and kids development and all that stuff. Let me know. We can talk a whole other video about that. But anyways, I thought I was gonna do no screen time, but that just turned out not to be realistic and reasonable for me, and that's okay. I definitely love TV time when it's really needed, you know. Everyone needs a break, right? Every mom needs a break, and TV time, screen time gives me that. However, I don't do like iPads and stuff. I don't let my kids have iPads like in restaurants, or they don't touch an iPad for the most part. It's all just like on the big screen. Not for really any particular reason. I just don't see a need for the kids to have an iPad. Hey, parents have iPads for their kids all the time though. I see it all the time. I just I don't find the need in that. They already like cracked my iPad, so they don't need an iPad, but they do watch the big screen. Okay, so something else that I really thought for sure I was gonna do, sorry for the jingle bells in the back, they're playing with their musical instruments in the room with their dad, so it might get a little loud. I thought I would do traditional schooling, meaning like send my kids to public school for sure. Like hands down, I never thought that I would be one of these moms that's like, I'm gonna homeschool. I never thought that ever, but here we are, about to go on a homeschool journey, and I am so excited for it and just really looking forward to that whole journey. But yeah, I never thought I would be a mom that would be homeschool. I remember when I was in school, it was like, homeschool kids are weird, but honestly, doing so much research, I think it's like the best for them. With everything going on in the world and the school system and like religious or spiritual beliefs, I just think it's so much better at home. And looking back at my public school experience, oh, I just definitely want my kids home and close with me. I just feel like when you send your kids off to public school, you're living like 2 separate lives. I know I was. Like, my parents did not know what I was getting into or what I was doing when going to public school, and that's not their fault. It's just you're living 2 separate lives, and I just want to always be really close to my kids, and there's several reasons why I decided to homeschool. I'll probably make a video about that as well in the future. But yeah, so I thought I would send my kids to traditional school, which is not happening. So a twist of events that I thought I would be like in motherhood. Playdates. I thought I would have all the playdates all the time, but that just never happened. Like, I had kids around, you know, Miss Rona time, and playdates really haven't been a thing, to be honest. Like, my kids go to the park, they do socialize with other kids, they don't really have any little cousins or anything. They have a little cousin that's like a newborn, but yeah, I thought playdates would be more of a thing, and they are not, sadly. But hopefully in the future that will change. We just don't have too many kids that we know personally, and like I said, with Miss Rona going on, we kind of just stay to ourselves. But we do take them out to the park, and they do socialize, and they're great with other kids. They love other kids. Speaking of other kids, Noah the other day had like 8 and 9-year-olds knocking at my door in the apartment complex talking about, can Noah come out to play? I'm like, he's 4. No, he cannot come out and play. You guys are like 8 and 9, and they're like on some big boy bikes. I was like, Noah's just making friends. He talks to them sometimes like out in the back patio, but I just thought that was funny because Noah is such a people person, and he's so sociable. He's just a social butterfly. So not having playdates has not affected the kids at all. They love other kids, so I just thought it would be more of a thing, and I hope in the future it will be more of a thing. Oh, they do have cousins. They just live far away. I just wanted to clarify that, is that they do have cousins that are around their age. We love them and we miss them, but they do live like further away, so that's why playdates are not like a regular thing. And all my friends live pretty far from me too. Another thing that I thought I would do all the time is home cooked meals every night. That does not happen. I cook like a few times a week, and that's it. And I think that's okay. Like, you don't have to cook every night. I don't want to cook every night. And yeah, I just thought I would do home cooked meals for some reason every night. You have all these ideas in your head of what you think motherhood is going to be like, and then you get there and you're like, whoa, no, that's not going to happen. You're just so tired, so tired. I thought I would have a very structured daily routine, like this time we do this, this time we do this. You know how you see a lot of moms on social media portraying that? I thought I would be one of those people 100%, and I am not. I am absolutely not like that by any means. We are very like fly at the seat of our pants. Is that even the right? Yeah, we are just very on the fly, and we don't really do a lot of schedules. Like, we definitely have like a daily routine, but it's very loose. Like, we leave a lot of room for all kinds of things to happen and go on, and I just really am not very strict about a schedule at all. So I thought I would be that kind of mom, but I'm not, and that's okay. That is okay. I don't have any regrets that I'm not a very scheduled person. I am a planner though, don't get me wrong. I'm a big planner, but I'm not super scheduled and structured when it comes to like a daily schedule. But we have like a rhythm. We have a rhythm. Getting my kids dressed every day in cute outfits, I thought that would be me. They wear loungewear most of the time. They do wear their cute little clothes a few times a week, but we don't get dressed every day. We stay in our pajamas a lot of the time because we're home, and why not? And we're comfy. So I thought I would get dressed every day, but I definitely don't, and neither do the kids. A lot of the time it's just loungewear, you know, just keeping it cozy. So another thing that I thought I would do is getting my kids fast food. I thought I was gonna be that mom that was like going through the drive-through all the time to get just kind of convenience foods if I wasn't cooking every night. I don't know how I had this expectation that I was gonna cook every night and then going through the drive-through. I don't know how I had both of those expectations in my head, but I never go through the drive-through, and I don't buy my kids fast food. I mean, it's like a rare off occasion if we have any kind of fast food, and that's usually like Panera or something. We don't do McDonald's or Taco Bell, even though I used to love me some Taco Bell back in the day. When I was pregnant, that's like all I used to eat with Noah, I think it was. Anywho, I thought I was gonna be that mom that did drive-through often, but we really don't. We really don't do drive-through, and I'm proud of myself for that. Honestly, I am proud that we don't do fast food really at all. We do order pizza sometimes for sure, but for the most part we don't really do takeout. So I guess that's a plus that I thought I would do that I don't do. So W for me. 8 o'clock bedtime. I thought every night I was gonna have my kids in bed at 8 o'clock, but that is not realistic. I would love for them to be in bed at 8 o'clock every night, but it's usually like 9:30, even sometimes 10. And we wake up kind of later. We wake up around 8:30 or 9. So I mean, I used to stress about that, but they get enough sleep, more than enough sleep, and that's just what has worked for us. I don't have to go anywhere usually in the morning. I'm just home. So 8 o'clock bedtime, really not a thing. So 8 o'clock, we don't really know her. But I definitely do try to shoot for at least 9:30 to have them in bed, because mama needs some me time to unwind and relax and just have like a mom and dad time and just chill. So I definitely try to get them in bed by like 9:30, which is really reasonable for us and usually happens, and they're asleep by like 10. But we're night owls in this house, so we're up to like 1 or 2 every night. Waking up before my kids every morning. I thought I was gonna be that mom that wakes up at 5 or 5:30, 6, and just like have a whole routine before my kids wake up. Yeah, no, that just wasn't a thing for me. I am not a huge morning person. I do thoroughly enjoy my mornings, I really do. But I have a harder time waking up, and usually my kids are up before me. And yeah, like this morning Nola was pushing me like a button because we co-sleep, and she was like, activate mommy power, and I thought that was so funny, and it definitely woke me up. I mean, I always know when they wake up, and I'm conscious enough to know like what's going on, but they usually like peep their little eyes open before me in the morning, and then that's when I decide to get up, is when I know that they're up. So for the most part, I don't wake up before them, and I wish I did. I truly wish I did. I'm just not a huge morning person. I enjoy the mornings, but I don't love waking up early. But I think it would be because the days that I do wake up so much earlier than them, like an hour or so, I'm way happier those days. So I feel like that's something I really do need to do and get better at. But honestly, you guys, I just kind of suck at waking up before my kids. And I wish that that was different for me, because I struggle with that. But on the mornings when I do wake up before them, you guys, I'm in such a better mood. I have so much more time to prepare myself for the day. So I really do want to start that as a everyday thing. But I struggle with that, you guys. I'm just like being so honest, as I struggle with waking up earlier before my kids. Let me know in the comments, do you struggle with that too, or are you just a mom that has their life just right and they can wake up earlier before their kids, make coffee, get dressed, all the things before they wake up, and you feel centered? Let me know if you're that kind of mom, or let me know if you're more like me and you just like struggle to get up in the morning. I probably need to go to bed earlier, but I love the night. It's so calm. No one's awake. All right, here's one that I know a lot of us probably thought, especially us like neat freak organized kind of people, you thought you were going to be able to do, is have your house clean like majority of the time. That is not the case for me. I try really hard to keep my house kind of like tidy, and you know, everything has their like place and stuff, but yeah, that is not the case. My house definitely gets super messy at least once a day, that I have to do like a thorough tidy and clean up, and I make the kids help me as well. But yeah, if I were to let my house go one day without picking it up or cleaning, it would be an absolute disaster. I know I have cleaning videos from a while back where we didn't clean for the whole day, and you probably see what it looks like. I mean, my house literally looks like a train wreck if I let it go any longer than a day of cleaning. So every single day I have to clean my house and pick it up, or else it's just a mess. But there's times in the day where I'm just like, I feel like I can't think because it's so messy. I guess that's like living in a tiny house problem. I don't know, but I definitely don't keep my house clean 24/7 at all. But I try to keep it clean, at least try to clean it like a thorough once a day. I thought I would stop breastfeeding before 1. That didn't happen with any of my kids. I just pumped past 1 for Noah, and then Nola, I breastfed her till she was like 2.5 almost. So I thought I would be one that stopped at 1, and I didn't, and I'm super glad that I didn't, because I think there's a lot of benefits for extended breastfeeding. So I guess that's another good thing that I did that I thought I wouldn't do. But yeah, so I breastfed way past 1, and I didn't think that I either would make it that far or would want to go further than that, and I did. So never giving my babies a bottle. This is something else I thought I would never do when I was pregnant with Noah or whatever, but yeah, I definitely did give my kids a bottle, just Noah, because he wouldn't latch, so he always had a bottle almost from day one, and I just pumped for him. So yeah, that didn't work out as planned. I mean, a lot of things in life don't, but we all have these like curated ideas of what we're gonna be like and what we're gonna do, and yeah, that just didn't work out. So Noah had a bottle, no problem, and I just pumped for him. My second didn't have a bottle because we just exclusively breastfed. Actually, I couldn't get her on the bottle at all, and we went straight to a sippy cup. So things work out differently than you planned, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Cloth diapering. Cloth diapering is never something I thought I would consider, but I'm actually considering it for the future if we have any more kids. But I never thought that I would consider it. So I haven't done cloth diapering, but I am considering it for the next kid if there is another one. But yeah, so cloth diapering is something that I am considering for the future. So I haven't done that, but I am considering it, and it's something I never thought I would even consider. So yeah, I thought that I would read to my kids every single day or every night, and I don't do that like I thought I would. I just sometimes don't have the time, or I'm too tired, or the kids are doing something else, some other activity. But we do read a few times a week at least. I mean, more than a few times. We read often, but not every day like I thought I would. So, you know, played out a little bit different. But we still read, we still make reading a priority. My kids love books, and I have an addiction buying books for them, and they love them. So we still love our books, and we love reading. I just don't read to them as much as I thought I would. If anything, they want to read me stories, which is like interesting and funny. And honestly, so cute and endearing. Co-sleeping. Co-sleeping is something I never thought I would do, but here we are doing it for the last almost 3 years. So, you know, here we are. I thought that I would have my own nursery for sure. When I was married, when I first got married and stuff, I thought I was gonna have my own nursery, but I never ended up having that, and that's okay. That's amazing for the people who can't afford to have their own nursery and have an extra room. But I live in California. It's very expensive here, and rooms cost you. I mean, the price to live in California is ridiculous, and so I've never had my own nursery, and that's okay. I've made like a closet nursery, a makeshift nursery. We do room sharing because we live in such a tiny place, and we're probably going to continue doing room sharing for the next few years because I just don't see us. I think we would just rather save our money, and our kids are still so little, so like why not room share for the next few years? We'll see. But yeah, so I thought I would have my own nursery, and that did not play out. But it's okay though, because I love being in the same room as my kids. It's challenging, but I do truly love it. Like, we're all super close. And my last one, I never thought I would supplement with formula, but your girl did. I definitely did give Noah formula at the end of our breastfeeding journey because I was pregnant and I wasn't making enough milk anymore, and he was about to be, I think about to be 1 or so, and or maybe I think he was about like 10 or 11 months, and I kind of started giving him some formula because I just wasn't making enough. I wasn't making enough milk. Maybe even like 9 months, something towards the end of that year, I started giving him formula. I think it was like the Gerber. It wasn't a cow's formula or a goat formula. It was like hyperallergenic because he was allergic to dairy. So that was a challenge and very expensive, but I never thought I would be one of the moms to supplement with formula because it's just artificial. It's not the healthiest for your baby. I definitely believe breast is best, but you got to do what you got to do. I would never judge a mom for giving their baby formula. Breastfeeding is hard. It's not for everybody. Not everyone can produce enough milk, or whatever your reason is. You know, people got to go to work and maybe they can't pump, whatever. I would never judge anyone for that, but I just never thought I would be one to give my baby formula, but I did, and it was fine. It was fine. It was just towards the end, and you know, babies live on formula all the time. It's not a big deal. Like I said, breast is best in my opinion, but mama, you gotta do what you gotta do. No judgment. Anyways, you guys, that is it for this video. I just want you guys to know you guys are special. You are doing a good job no matter what you think, and keep on momming and doing your best, because sometimes things just don't turn out the way we hoped or what we planned for, but that's okay. Life takes a lot of directions and it's just not always the way we want it to be, but that's okay too. Like, totally fine. You guys are doing the best you can. I know I'm doing the best that I can, and sometimes things are just, you know, different than what we thought, and that's okay. Motherhood is a very long, hard, challenging journey, but so beautiful, so worth every bit of struggle. And yes, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.